Hello, 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 everyone. Who sent it?
Sure, Becky.
We're laughing. Ron just got something sent to him right as the show started, and they said, "Check this out." Well, he will later, but since we're doing the show, it won't be till after the show. But maybe it'll be something we can use tomorrow night. But guys, I can't really tell you what kind of mood I'm in. I can't tell you if we're going to get this show through tonight. I don't know what happened. I didn't even go back.
Oh, we got Wi-Fi.
I didn't even go back last night and check to see if the first half was posted. Usually they post it.
Yeah, we got 200,
Okay.
200 and some people.
Okay, Ron said it was, so, okay.
300 and some on the second one.
Okay, so, guys, we just do what we got to do. Because we know that we don't tell the truth. I'm going to discuss that in a minute, but that's going to be afterwards. Because I like this way of doing it. I'm going to talk about the kids. Because, I was talking to some people last night just chatting. I went home and this girl, all she wanted to talk about was money, 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 money. They want me to do some kind of investment with them. I said, I'm not interested. It has to do with cryptocurrency, a coin and things like that. And I said, I'm not interested. And she got real mad at me, really mad. And I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? And she told me I was stupid. Well,
Well, that we knew.
that is not a secret, guys. Come on. I told her, I said, come on, sweetheart. You got to come up with something a little more original than I'm stupid. But, no, anyway. Jimmy, I'm going to talk about the beds tonight because someone else talked about the beds. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody except her. But her acknowledgement of the beds is not what I'm getting. And then right after I listened to this other lady, and I was, excuse me, I'm going to take some time to talk about this tonight because a lot of people seem to like it, but I thought I'm going to bring some points up about it because I don't like this lady. I don't hide the fact. You don't have to like everybody in this group, not in this group, but in this what we're doing. But I'm going to bring some points up. And I'm going to show people the holes in her armor. Not that I'm cutting her down. It's just that it doesn't make any sense to me what she said. Now, a lot of people loved it. And if you did, keep that love in your heart because it's keeping you moving upward. But me, when I listened to it, I literally took my phone, turned over on my side, threw it on my pillow, and turned over because I wanted nothing to do. I literally, when I listened to it, I got so aggravated. And you can ask Ron when I come down here. I said, have you listened to this yet? He said, no. I said, you're not going to now. He told me my heart rate went up. I check my heart rate all the time. I keep good close looks. When you almost die because of stuff like that, you make sure you know what's going on. But anyway, Jimmy, I believe that they're going to be here really, really soon. That's my belief, and I know you trust me, and I love you, so that's our belief, and we believe that they're going to be here for Mommy. And I will talk about something later that she said, but then something that Wolvie said. So that kind of offsets it. But according to her, and I'll get into that later. But Jimmy, we love you so much, buddy. And we just wanted to let you know we're always in your corner. Patriot 11 and Patriot Hunter and Patriot Harper. What more can I say? Three kids that, you're great friends. Think of it. You got a young boy here. And guys, I've got to talk to him, and I'm going to give him a call here. I'm going to talk to Grandma. I'm going to send her a message maybe a couple days because my next 2 days are really, really packed. I have a movie to go to tomorrow with 3 of my grandkids. It's the last summer movie before going back to school, and we're going to go to that. And then on Thursday, me and Patriot7 are having a day. The day is going to be most of it for us. We're going to get up early. I'm going to go over. I'm going to pick him up. And I'm going to take him fishing. I'm going to take him places fishing that I used to fish when I was a kid. That he's wanted Papa to take him, and it's going to happen Thursday. But then around noontime, we're going to come over to Buckingham, and we're going to pick Uncle Ron up, and the three of us are going out for pizza. Because that's what we used to do when I used to watch him individually, when it was just him. And he is missing that so much. He's a great kid, you know. Super Gymnast and Little Monkey. Super Gymnast is going to be going to a friend's house, and the Little Monkey is going to go to a babysitter's house, which kind of hurts us, but this is a day I have to give to Patriot 7. He needs it. He deserves it. You know, Patriot, Small Hank, I felt so sorry for him yesterday because the three, the Gymnast, the Little Monkey, and 7 came out, and he wasn't home because he was in town. His mom was, who knows what. I have no clue what she does, nor do I want to. But that being said, he got upset when he wasn't there to play with him. And then Patriot Kira, I had a really good time with her a couple of nights ago. She really is starting to get to where her grandpa is a main fixture. She, you know, when I'm around, she perks up, and I know how to play with kids. I've raised 2 of them. I've been around my 4 nieces and nephews and my 5 nieces and helped them be raised. So, you know, kids and me, you know, they get along great. And, you know, I could tell so many stories about kids, but I won't. But, you know, I just love this friendship that Patriot 7 and Patriot, Hunter and Harper have. You know, he's got a friend when he comes in the summer to stay with Grandma, and then when he goes back home, he's got another best friend. But this is the one thing I like about modern technology today. He can at least keep, when he's here with Grandma and Grandpa now, he can still keep in touch with Harper while he's here, you know, playing with Hunter and being with Grandma and Grandpa. Now, when he goes back, he can keep in touch with Hunter while he's back in school with Harper. And that's the one thing I like. And then we have Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp. We have Patriot Little Princes and Patriot Little Princes, our queen, and Patriot Hunter, our ball player. You know, great. All these kids are all great. You know, I was talking to someone today, and I made them smile. Not only did I make this lady smile, but I made her little kid laugh. And she looks at her mommy and she says, "Mommy, I like that man." Well, she liked me even more because she was 4 years old, and she had her 6-year-old brother there. And when I first seen her, I was in line to purchase some things. We had to go pick up some medicine for Ron, so I went and purchased some things. And I'm in line, and I'm right behind them. And she's snuck away from Mommy, but she couldn't get past me because ain't no way a little kid's going to go run around a store when I'm anywhere around. This doesn't happen. And she's playing with this candy, and she dropped it on the ground. And she said, "Mommy." And the mommy said, "No, I told you. You can have it next time, but Mommy don't have the money for this time. I might not even be able to buy everything I got on the counter. I didn't bring as much money as I thought I did." So naturally, Patriot 5 sees the candy that she wants for the brother and her, and he kind of picks it up and puts it on in with his groceries. And I get talking to Mom, and I find out, you know, where they live and, you know, who their teachers are. And I, you know, just get to know them. And she says, "You are a really nice guy." And I said, "Yeah, and I got to get you to smile." Because I always try to get 10 people to smile. I got a lot more than 10 today. A lot more. And she says, "Well, thank you." And they got ready to leave. And I only had a few items. The ladies checking out. And I said, "Check this out first." It was the 2 things of candy. And she did, and she handed them to me. She said, "I know what you're going to do. This is the lady at the counter. I actually got someone to wait on me. I didn't have to check myself out. Went to a different store today." And I said, ma'am, I says, is this okay? Can they have this candy? Well, yeah, they can have it, but I just didn't have the money. I said, I understand. But I did. And wow, it was just amazing. Now all of a sudden I got a little 6-year-old boy and a little 4-year-old girl that mommy said, well, you can't have it unless you thank him and give him a hug. So that's the kind of persons I'm trying to get everybody to be, to get out there and just be rambunctious. I'm walking in and I see this license plate and it says DOG. There's this little boy and this lady standing there. And I said, DOG, is that because the husband's always in the doghouse? Meaning, that's the reason they got DOG. She said, no, actually, it's his nickname was Mad Dog. And they wouldn't let us have the whole Mad Dog and then the numbers, so all we could get was dog. And I think, wow, she says, but that was pretty observant of you. Guys, you just got to get out there and talk. Kids, never talk to strangers unless mommy and daddy's there. If you're out by yourself in the yard or something and a stranger comes up, run as fast as you can to the house. Get out of there. Man, I tell that to my grandkids all the time. But let's finish the kids. Little Leona, I went over the other day to the cemetery. I was coming home from my daughter's house, and I stopped by the cemetery. And it's really a tough place to go right now, because stopping by the cemetery now, I'm used to stopping. I've gotten used to going to see my mom and dad's grave. I've got used to going there and talk to my mom and dad. But now I got to turn and talk to my brother-in-law, and I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready to actually say goodbye to that yet. But it will happen. And, I'll tell you, someone that helps me so much get through this. And I thank her, but she'd say no thanks necessary. And that's Myrna and Donna and Diane with 2 N's, Diane with the E. All you people, you don't understand when I talk to you about losing my brother-in-law. You just say one little thing, or you say it's going to be okay. Just something soothing. And I know it's going to be okay, but knowing there's someone there that really cares, not only about me, but about the loss of my brother-in-law. And then we have Boog Boogaloo, Patriot Boogaloo and Patriot Boogaroo, and John is their grandpa, and what an amazing 3 little kids. And just, every night before I go to bed, I say prayers, and I always include all of the Patriot kids, but then I also talk to God and I say, but no, God, these prayers are just not for the Patriot kids. These prayers are also for every child in the world, because, see, God, we ain't nothing unless we take care of every kid in the world. And that's what I was saying is this girl, she was telling me that I was stupid because I wouldn't invest in this and I wouldn't do this for Bitcoin and all this stuff like that. And they don't want to listen. They just don't want to listen. It's something they want to do. And it takes me back to my network marketing days, see? Because when I go back to my network marketing days, if I do this and I get this person to do this and this person to do this, I make money off of what they do, what their people do. It just depends on how many levels you go. And I called this girl on it last night. I said, the only reason you want me to do this is because, you're going to make money off of me. You don't care if I make money or not. You just want to make more money for you. And I says, I forgot more about network marketing than you'll ever know. And network marketing, when it went to the internet, turned very, very bad. Very, very bad. But me and Ron used to network market all the time. And as you can see, I can talk, so that's a big plus. But we have our Patriot older kids, Patriot Missouri girl, and then Patriot Redbird and Patriot ISU. Kids are getting ready to go to college. My nephew leaves the 17th, and the girl that's going to ISU leaves the 16th, and the little girl that's going to Missouri leaves the she's leaving the 18th. So they're getting close. And it's a very exciting time in our life, but it's also a time that I ask why, because why are we going to let these kids go back to school if we're going to shut them down and start all over again? That doesn't make no sense to me. But I'm not in charge. I'm just one of these truthers that do nothing but lie, that everything I say is wrong, because that's what everybody is. Mike Penny is one of them. Chaz and Moondoggy or whatever that doggy is over there. And I'm not making fun of him. I have a hard time. I know there's a dog over there but you know, Charlie Ward, we're all truthers, and we're all people who just don't tell the truth. And I know that for a fact because we were called out today by a lady, and I'm going to talk about that after we say prayer, after we say the pledge, and after we do the music. Dear Lord, as we come to the show tonight, I want you to look after the people. There's people in our group, Lord, that I noticed last night that they have sicknesses in their family. Wolverine is going through a very rough sickness right now. He has gastritis. And I know, Lord, I'm laughing when I say that, but it's not funny. It's a very, very bad ailment. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up, but I think I care for Wolvie, and I wanted to say prayers his way. But Lord, we just come to you tonight with all our hearts filled with anticipation. Anticipation that so many people now are saying, Lord, that before I finish this prayer, we might be where we want to be. We don't know. The timing is in your hand, Lord, and we're asking you just to, whenever you're ready, you have millions and billions of people here that's ready. Billions of people who deserve to be on this earth, not to be taken away by the way some of these other people thought they should be. Lord, we just come to you and we give you so much reward for choosing us. Thanking you, Lord, for choosing us at the most crucial time in the world. And we're part of it. And we give you all the grace and glory, and we pray to you as we do each and every night on each and every show through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life. And I had to start again, just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'd rather stand up next to you and defend her still today,
last Friday. I have no idea. Maybe not. Yes, yes, yes. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. We love the USA. And we're going to talk about the USA real soon. I mean, I'm looking at this song, and it has 222,000 likes. I was talking to Ron as things was going on, as the music was playing, and I was talking to him about, well, it looks like we did the right thing about, Dana came up with the music to play while, at first while we was, starting the show so the people could send the show out to other people and all these ding, ding, dings would not affect the music. And she came out with that, but we tried it one night and we got taken down in some countries because the song I chose to play, they didn't. They were not happy with it and that. But I think talking about the kids first, and when you stop and think about it, guys, it makes sense talking about the kids first, because that's what we say we're about. We say we're 100% behind the kids. And as I was telling you about this girl, she does cryptocurrency, she does Bitcoin, she does this and that. I said, I will not deal with that. And she told me I was an idiot, and I said, stupid. You got to come up with something better than that. But everything said and done, when I asked her, I said, okay, you make a lot of money, you do this, you do that. When's the last time you've helped a child? When's the last time you've been in a store and when a lady or a man couldn't afford something, you bought it for them? When's the last time you did this? No, because it's all about money to some of these people. That's all they care about. That's that generation. And the girl I was talking to is about the same age as my son, my daughter, my son-in-law, and my daughter-in-law. They're in that age group. And I just had a talk with some people the other day about that. And that's exactly where we're at. We're in an age group. And when you get in that age group, there's just no respect. I was talking to a gentleman. He's a little younger than that age group. And he says, see, I'm in an age where we wasn't full cell phones for everybody. We weren't full. Everybody had their own laptop. Everybody had this. But he says, I'm learning this stuff. But he says, you take these kids nowadays, kids don't know what to do. You get the magic watches that are phones. You get all of the things. And it's wrong, but we got to move on. We got to help the kids. And I like the format we got going now. I do apologize. For laughing on my prayer. But see, when I listen to Wolvie tonight, he's not feeling good. He has gastritis. Well, gastritis is just he's a lot, but it's on his stomach. See, there's a difference. Some people just, well, you got gas. Well, you can have gas but not be sick. But if it gets on your stomach really bad, it's one of the most terrifying. I mean, it is just painful. And I would ask a certain couple people on here, but then they say, why are you asking me? Because you think I got gas. But, my grandkids, Patriot7 looked at me the other day and said, Papa, you fart more than any person I ever see. But they don't realize that sometimes when I act like I'm doing it, I'll walk by them and I'll go, like that. And I'll go, whoa. It's just fun with kids. But I want to talk tonight, and I made mention, and I don't hide the fact that this one lady I am not a fan of. And the lady is Sky Prince. I think that's her name. I'm not a fan of her because it wasn't too many months ago she came on with a video. And this was when we thought we were right there. It was going to happen right then. And she comes on, and she's got this huge gathering, 20,000 fans or something. And she tells them, well, when we get to the Redemption Center, she says, I will not be doing any projects. we're going to take 3 to 6 months off. We're going to do a project, but it's going to be a project just for our family. Which, first of all, you ain't going to a redemption center saying, I'm going to do a project just for my family. If you don't have any other, you're not getting what you think you're going to get. She says, then later we'll probably do. So I'm just figuring, okay, Sky knows more than I do. She's much more intelligent than I am. So she's talked to these people up there in them spaceships, and, you know, she's communicating with them, and they're telling her what's happening. But I continued to watch her because I wanted to learn for Jimmy and for Renee. I wanted to learn as much as I can about the beds, and she seemed to know. Well, that being said, it was about 2 months later, 3 months later, I don't know how long it was. She came out and she was irate. She's pissed off. She's upset. She's not doing this no more. She's not taking it. She's quitting. Everybody that's lying, she's tired of the lies, she's tired of the lies, she's tired of the lies. And she's done. But you know, here's the thing. People who's taking money in advertisement and things like that, that's their source of income. She found a way to get a group, thousands of people, that would give her some money. And in doing so, when she went away on her rant and rave, now she went away, she called these people names, liars, and other names. And I'm not going to go into that. But she did this. But once again, if she's not doing the shows, she's not getting her money, so she has to come back. And she comes back today. Now here's a lady that called all of these big-time people liars. She would never work with them again. She was done. It was over. She would redeem her stuff when it happened, if it ever happened. And she comes back today and she tells us. Now listen, all people doing shows like I am, all truthers, we're all lying. We never tell the truth on anything. They're making us do this because they're trying to keep us over this way. Then she goes on to say, when you go, the beds, after you go Tier 4B to the redemption centers or the Tier 1 banks or wherever, when you go, it'll be 3 to 4 months before you get on the beds. What? Where did you get this? Then she says, I'm talking to the military, the people in charge. I'm talking to them. And they asked me to distribute the 800 numbers. Really? In the United States of America, the country that I love and I would lay my life down on, they're going to go down under and get a woman who can't control her temper. She calls people out. She lies all the time. And then they're going to go get her and she's going to take care of everything because all of us are nothing but liars. Think about it. Do you really believe that the United States military is in contact with this woman and she's the one that's going to... It may happen. It may happen. Crazier thing, I mean, our whole life, you think of our whole life, has anything really went? Now that we know what's happened in our life, has anything really went the way it should have, the way we planned it, the way we hoped it? No. So maybe, just maybe, her little pouting, her little yelling at people, her little calling names, maybe, just maybe, they said, you know, Sky, we're going to give you, we're going to make you the only truther out there. We're going to take away Charlie Ward. We're going to take away Chaz. We're going to take away Nick Venamilian. We're going to take away David Rodriguez. We're going to take away 107. We're going to take away everybody. Mike Penny, everyone. Because you're the only one, Sky, that we trust with the truth. We trust you. We don't trust nobody else. Are you kidding me? As Ron said, it don't make any sense. It don't make any sense.
They tell us that they don't want to start the projects till a couple months afterwards. So they're going to get all this stuff done in a couple of months.
Yeah, as Ron says, they're saying they don't want to get all this. They don't want to start the projects afterward. But what I'm saying, she's saying 3 to 4 months before the bets. All of us, I just mentioned, a lot of people I just mentioned name. Mel K, Julia and Carly, all of us were nothing, myself, were nothing but liars. She's the only one that they trust in the whole world with the truth. And then she goes on to say, the big N and big G will never happen. It will never happen. We're hanging our hat on false hope. You know why it'll never happen? Because, as we've been told. So, if she says what she did, she said, it's already happened. I know I've announced for 4 or 5 shows that it's already happened. I've read it from Judy on 4 or 5 shows now. So I guess I'm one of the few that I don't lie every time I say something. But she said it'll never happen. She said if we were smart enough. Now our intelligence gets taken upon again. If we're smart enough to go out and understand things, we would know. How do we think that Africa and all of these nations, that their debt is going away? That is happening to these poor, poor nations. If we were not in the big N, how did we think that all of this is being taken away? Which, right again, I'm sure that they picked her to do everything because she knows that the big N stands for, it should stand for national, the whole world, but it doesn't. It's for the United States, the big G. If she would have said that. See, if you go and you really listen to it, guys, she makes about 4 or 5 mistakes that you can tell. This lady is sitting there and lying through her teeth. And if she wants to do a show and tear me apart, let her do it. And I should probably keep my mouth shut. But I care too much for you guys. If you believe in her, follow her. But I'm going to show you her faults. To call every truther out there liars? Wow. To come and say things knowing she's lying? Wow. To kill the hope of a little boy and say, no, you can't get on these for 3 to 4 months. Wow. Are you kidding me? But I'm sure she's going to be able to get on it right away because, see, she's working with the United States military. You know, the people who's in charge. She has got an in with the United States military. And that would really, really upset me if they would trust somebody from another country. I'm upset that they trust Charlie Ward over people in the United States. But at least Charlie Ward's got something upstairs. He's got a little bit of knowledge. I'm not real sure. And I'm not going to go no farther on this. I just wanted to express everybody has the right to follow whoever they want. But when someone comes on and people I care for, I cut these people, I call them out over the money and this and that. I think every truther should call people out. I really do, to keep us all in line. But to come out and say there's not one truther that tells the truth but me, because, see, she is being trusted from things. Now all of a sudden, I guess, well, you know, maybe she's not only going to get the 800 numbers. So I guess there's no sense to listen to Bruce tonight and post what he's going to do and talk about him tomorrow because he's just a liar. Bruce is going to tell you how you're going to get the 800 number, but he's lying because we got to get it through her. I call bull crap. And I'm going to stick with Bruce. I'm going to stick with Mike. I'm going to stick with Mel K and Charlie. And I'm going to stick with, I can't think of the one guy. Oh, God. He's got Mr. C on his show, Mark Z. I'm going to stick with people that I've stuck with all the while on this journey because these are the people that's going to bring us home. These are the people that's going to be there. Then I guess Wolvie would be, Wolvie is sick and still come on. And I think, without saying it, I think Wolvie might have listened to this too today because he made the statement, when you go in, if you need the bed, you tell them right then you need it now. If you know someone that needs it that you're close to, you tell them they need it now. Why? We can't get them for 3 to 4 months. Well, this is a farce, and I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to the show. I'm going to move on to things that is happier. And I showed you last night that green means go. And I'm going to show you something here that I like. You guys might not, but I do. Oh, yeah, I like that too. If Ron was watching, he'd like that too. But now I'm trying to show you a picture, and I'm going to tell you why. Just give me a minute.
I can't see that.
What? What?
I can't see that. Don't
So anyway, that's a picture of Minnie Mouse.
No.
And I know a lot of people don't believe in Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. I heard Mickey Mouse has been retired. I don't know the truth of it, but I've heard. I know there's a lot
I was
of.
sending the president.
What?
I was sending the hat when it came up Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Ron sent that to me. But anyway, I sent that to my daughter today. And I said, you don't need to do it now, but tomorrow morning, show this to Addison, Patriot Little Monkey, and tell her Papa sent it. Well, Addison was right there when it came through, and she just went crazy. Guys, they're characters. They may stand for something, but they're characters. They have nothing to do with it. You know, that's the bottom line. They have nothing to do with it. They're characters, and these sick people ruined it. But we don't have, if we're all for the kids, we don't have to ruin it for the kids. We can clean it up. Another thing that is very disappointing to me, I've never been in the military, but I feel I'm as much, how do I want to put this? Because I don't want to offend veterans, because I love veterans. I support them. I do everything I can for them. But I feel being a patriot the way I am, I probably put more in to that than military people. Ron's a military people. But Ron didn't want to go. He was drafted. My brother Russ was drafted. Now he's playing the veteran card to the hilt, if you know what I mean. He's the veteran. When he was in Vietnam and he came home, and I said to him, I said, how was it over there? He said, wasn't as bad as you thought. He said, I was Radar O'Reilly. He said it. But now, because this was back in 68, 69, now he's Audie Murphy. He's the biggest war hero in the world. Well, he's not Audie Murphy because he's still alive. But there again, is Audie Murphy dead? Because he was such a hero, did he have to go into hiding? I don't know. There's so many questions that's going to be answered. So many things that's going to be done. But I wanted to share that with you because it means my grandkids mean the world to me. You know, I love my kids. My daughter says, Addison's the most important person in the world to you. I said, she's not even the most important woman in the world to me. She said, yes, she is. I said, no. When you have a daughter like I have you, you're the most important person in my world, as far as a woman goes. My son is the most important person. Now, I don't get along with my son as well as I do Ron, but still, he's my son. I created him. And that's the way I feel. And if you're a parent and you love your kids, you should feel the same way. But I'm not telling you how to parent. I'm not telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. But got to bring some stuff up here and read it and move forward. And you guys, I will apologize and say I'm sorry if you didn't like what I've talked about tonight. I had to get it off my chest because my idea and her idea of the way things are is just totally 100% different. And when I listened to her video and I caught her in 3 or 4 lies, that really upset me. You may catch me in a lie, but it's not because I'm planning on it. It's not that I'm telling you that I'm better than Mike Penny, because I'm not. Mike knows a lot more than me. I'm not better than Charlie Ward. I'm just their, what do we call proteges? I learn off of these guys. So anyway, Diane with 2 N's sent this. Bearded _ Patriots USA. Hello and good morning, my family. Remember the old phrase, silence is golden? Yeah, there's a song about it. I'm going to tell you just as I was told, there's no holdup. I know that's hard to swallow, but it's the truth. I would not mislead you. There are pieces of our situation that are currently being put into place that will secure what we all have been waiting for. Each day we go through has a valuable significance to the forward movement of our blessings, BP. You're tired, I'm tired, hell, everyone is tired, but everyone has to face and come to the conclusion that we are going through of what we are going through right now is peanuts compared what we will be receiving in just a few days or a couple of weeks. BP. Big things are happening right this minute. Right this minute, that I'm not privy or allowed to mention, but what I can tell you and everyone out there, hang on, family. It's going to get crazy and good. Love you all. BP. Here's a slight hint. Everyone is looking for the rainbow. Me, well, let's just say I'm looking for the gold. I like that. You know, I get aggravated when someone says, like, Wolvie is a master of this, and he'll come on and he'll say, I was just in a meeting, guys. Great news, but I can't tell you. Then all you have to do is just come in and say, hey, from what I'm hearing through the grapevines, there's some good things about to happen, great things about to happen. Hold on, we'll see soon. Don't tell me I was just in a meeting and I heard it. Just say it like I say it. Hey, I heard that this could happen, that something great could happen. I heard that we're right on the verge. You know, don't tell me you was just in a meeting, but you can hear it. And once again we go, and this is another thing. Once we go again, we can tell people in other countries, but in our own country, we can't tell anybody. So this continues on. This is from Whiplash 347, sent by Diane. Again, this is just 3 things that she sent that I want to read. Yes, this is real. No power bills, no more taxes, no more fees. Mortgages are illegal. You'll get it all back. You know, it hit me today. Diane with 2 N's, when you sent me that and I read it, it hit me today. I said, wow. I had not looked at the fact that we're not only going to get back the interest, but the way that sounds, what you just sent there, it sounds like all house payments we ever made, we're going to get back. Could it be all taxes we've ever paid on our house? I mean, are you kidding me? Taxes? And I'm going to talk briefly on taxes because I went to Dollar General in Herscher last night. And they looked at me and said, sir, would you like to donate $1 or $2 or $5 for the school? And I said, for what? Well, they had pencils and pens. They had paper. They had all the school supplies kids need. And if you will donate, we can take it. And the kids who is more underprivileged than you, than other kids, will make sure they got everything they need. And I said, well, isn't that the school's responsibility anyway? Well, no, they have to come up with their own. I said, wait a minute. I'm 69 years old. I have no kids in school. My brother Ron is in his 70s. He has no kids in school. My sister, 80, she has no kids in school. My brother Russ, in his 70s, they have no kids in school. But yet this year, on our taxes, our school taxes that we have to pay even though we don't have no one in school, they doubled. So what's doing with that money? I said, oh, I know. When I was a kid, if you was a janitor, if you was a teacher, if you was a coach, and you didn't have practice after school, you was a bus driver. Some of the coaches got out after school, but they had to drive bus in the morning. Janitors, they have 5 or 6 janitors. They had to drive buses. They made $10 in the morning and $10 at night. I was at a party here a year and 2 months ago. I was at a party, and I sat with some bus drivers for the Herscher School District. And when I sat with them, They're talking about forming a strike because all they was making was $27.50 an hour to drive bus. When I was a kid, if a kid needed help on the bus driver got and helped him on. Oh, no, not now. We have to pay a person to ride the bus to help the kid on and off because the parents are too damn lazy to come down and put them on the bus themselves. Or the bus driver, I'm only making $27.50 an hour. Do you think I'm going to move out of my seat? That's why things are blowing up. That's why I refuse to I'm giving enough already, and I got nobody in the school. I got grandkids, but I also got parents to them grandkids that are my kids that are paying the taxes. Yeah, I got taxed. My son got taxed. Oh, let us not forget, we got to waste some more money. When I was in school, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, we had 3 classrooms, first and second, and 1 third and fourth, and 1 and fifth and sixth, and 1. 3 classrooms. We had 1 teacher. When they was teaching third, fourth grade got to study. When they was teaching fourth, third grade got to study. We never had homework, but we didn't have teacher's aides. Oh, now almost every class has to have a teacher's aide. Are you kidding me? And then they wonder why prices are up. It's unreal. Okay, I'll get back to what I was doing. As I said, yes, this is real. No power bills, no more taxes, no more fees. Mortgages are illegal. You'll get it all back. God works in mysterious ways. The big N and big G, transition to greatness. It was always about the no more poverty, homelessness, people of third world nations to return home, build first world destinations. People, governments, 10% of the governments will be 10% of the size. Plenty of wealth for everyone, homes for everyone, no more drugs, addictions, illness, diseases of any kinds. The 3 special beds fix it all, reverse all conditions, not say bad A, freedom for all planet Earth, the way this planet is supposed to be. You know, I've always wondered because they keep saying about how much money we're going to get. Well, how are we going to get all that money? Because they gambled, they sold, they bought, they sold, they bought, they sold our birth certificates. How are we going to get all this money for death certificates? How are we going to get this? But when you stop and say, guys, I have a house that I was really, I bought it for $20,000 in 1982. I was supposed to pay $200 a month for 10 years to my mother-in-law. Now, this lady hated me with a passion, but she gave me this deal because she wanted out of the house so she could move into town closer to the hospital because she had cancer. Every year, the $2,400 that I paid for 10 years was supposed to be divided equally amongst the 4 daughters. My mother-in-law died. She never actually was my mother-in-law. She died 18 days before I got married. About half a year later, or actually when the first $200, $600 was being paid, my sister-in-laws decided we need to refinance. This was the beginning of my wife sticking it to me. She talked me into refinancing. Oh, but now we can refinance and we can take out a bigger loan. And we took out a bigger loan so we could do this and we do this and we do this. But all of a sudden there was money coming up missing. Well, I know now why, but I owe right now over 4 times more than I bought my house for originally. I should have had it paid off many, many years ago. I should be living in a mansion for everything I went through. But I got it stuck to. But you know what? As me and Myrna was discussing the other day, I could dwell on that. I could let it tear me apart, but I can't change it. So why worry about it? I move on, and that's what I'm going to do. So, but I get thinking, man, if every house payment, if every payment I made for my taxes, if every payment I made for all this other, I've been paying 40 years on this house at an average of about $600 a month. Man, that's $7,200 times 40 years. Wow. I get excited. And see, I don't need to get excited because of the revaluation. But I'm just trying to point out to everyone, it's there. We're all gonna get extreme wealth. We're all gonna get it. Okay, this was forwarded from Bearded Patriot. JH, man, I totally agree with you. This day by day is hell on earth, especially with all that's happening and really no way to control ourselves right now. Trust me, my friend, I'm at the end also, but here's the truth. I have been fortunate by means of contacts, and no, I cannot and will not divulge, okay? That brings me into a significant different understanding and realization of what's truly happening. I wish to God I could let everyone know what I know, but then what happens? Yep, the other side knows also. Is it fair to us? Yes and no. We cannot let our enemies, our combatants, know what, when, or how we plan to crush them once and for all. I can and will tell everyone we are damn near, if not already there, ready and currently eliminating those SOBs off of this planet once and for all. This, my friend, is why, as of right now, total communication, information, and intel is at a snail's pace. We cannot afford to make a mistake, especially right now, since we are at the end. I'm positive everyone can understand that. I said this is 100 times already. I said this 100 times already, and I'll say it again. Hold on, bunker down, be ready, because our blessings are about to slap us directly in our face. Thank you, Lord, above. Love you, bro. BP. Now, see, guys, I love reading things like that. I love hearing things like that. A question I got for everyone. Are you frustrated? Are you aggravated? I am. But then you know what I think? I take my frustration, I think, if we didn't do what we do, we'd never be what we are. We wouldn't be together as a family. Guys, I was talking to Ron today going into town. We're closer to all of you guys than we are most of our family. Over the weekend, the girls in our family had a girls' day swimming. That all day they're supposed to swim, drink, eat, have fun. It rained all day long. But that's okay, see, because the guys, they had a big party down at my nephew's garage. My son-in-law got invited. He lives in Clifton, Grandma Bo. Davey went out there. Me and Ron never got invited. People don't associate with us in the family much anymore. If we have something where the whole family's invited, they associate. We got a birthday party coming up here next month. Patriot7. He'll be 8. He said, Papa, I want to change my name to Patriot 8. I said, no. I'm thinking about getting him a White Sox jersey with a 7 on the back of it, and instead of putting his name, putting Patriot. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but I don't mean I'll get it done. But, you know, guys, we are setting in something. We just have to be patient. What I talked about earlier, I ranted. I did. But I rant because I care for you guys so much. And when someone is calling, all truthers, we know. We know we're not telling the truth on most occasions. We talk about it. But see, I think there's something different, because I think Charlie Ward and I think Mike Penny, I think Chaz, I think people like that, I think they are telling the truth quite a bit. That's just my opinion. There's others I think Mark Z might be. I don't know. I don't listen to Mark. Not that he's not good. Not my cup of tea no more. I try to get on Friday to listen to Mr. C, but I mean, if he is on, he's the same thing every week. And maybe my shows are the same thing every night. I don't know. So let's see what Judy has to say, and we'll see what we can do about putting an end to this. Oh, I got to go back here. I forgot I was in Telegram. I was looking for where I got the Judy part at, and it's in Messenger. I haven't even looked at Judy, so I don't know what she has. We had a nice turnout tonight, guys. Thank you. Seen it one time, it was 177 people, and we got 1/3 of that thumbs up. But you know what? It doesn't matter to me if you don't give a thumbs up. I'm still going to give you the information. I'm not going to hold you hostage. Okay, this is from Judy Bidington, Tuesday, 8th of August, 2023. Compiled at 12:01 a.m. Sun flares heading to Earth to cause geometric storms, 5 tornadoes, thunderstorms, power outages, blackouts across East Coast. Typhoon headed to South and North Korea. China readying to invade Taiwan. Vatican, Buckingham Palace, White House, Royal Catholic, satanic landmarks set to be, what? You'll never walk alone. When you walk through a storm, hold your head high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, through your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Did get some good news today that Venezuela is gotten very serious about joining the BRICS. I figure if they join, that is really good news, because I know there's a lot of people here that went out and bought their currency. On Saturday, 5 August, 2 sun flares erupted and were expected to reach Earth on Tuesday, 8 August, with the possibility of causing geometric storms. By Monday, 7 August, 5 tornado and 2 severe thunderstorm watches stretches from, I'm assuming AL is Alabama, to New York, with power outages and blackouts increasing across the East Coast. On Sunday, 6 August, Typhoon KHANUN departed Taiwan through 2 days late. Though 2 days later, on Tuesday, 8 August, China was readying to invade Taiwan in a lightning-fast 40 to 72-hour offensive. A typhoon was headed to South and North Korea. There were reports that people are asking other people to turn over their bonds and everything that they have in order for them to cash in for them. They will take care of them. Do not do it. This is a scam, a 100% total scam. Israel defensive forces were given green light against, Hezbollah, that has opened a door to, I'm not going to read that. Global currency revaluation. The Iraq parliament was in receipt of their budget with a new Iraq dinar rate in it. Monday, 7 August, Mark C. Iraq shut down Telegram yesterday around noon, their time, for reasons of national security. Monday, 7 August, bearded Patriot Iraq boards on Telegram were saying that the budget law stipulations and proceedings has been published in the Iraq Gazette. On Wednesday, 9th of August, the Iraq dinar rate was expected to be revalued at 1-to-1 with the USD. The BRICS nations have set a back wall for their RV at Saturday, 12 August. Sunday, 30th July, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a global currency reset. And Monday, 31st July, signed a digital ruble bill into law approving the use of the central bank digital currency for payments and starting from August. The BRICS alliance has finally abandoned the USD. That's pretty much all it. I mean, there's some other things, but one last thing I wanted to talk about was went into my bank today. I forgot my password to log in online, and I went in and had the lady help me, and I had to cash a check. Ron needed some money, so he just wrote me a check so we didn't have to go to his bank because it's way farther out of the way. And he wrote me a check, and I went in and I'm talking to the people, and I asked him, I said, are we Basel III compliant? And they looked at me. I mean, they look like deers caught with their heads. I mean, they either are great actresses or they are dumb and they don't know nothing about it. And then I asked them about the new world currency, and I asked them about a few other things, and they're looking at me, and they actually went and got the boss. And he says, well, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, really? You would stand here on a Bible and swear. And he started, you could see he started to feel itchy. And I said, you would swear to that? Because I said, I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. If you're not what I'm asking you, your bank would have been closed up by now. So you're lying to your workers. Now, how are you going to feel when you have to come and you was called out by me here today and you literally stood here and lied to me and lied to them? And he finally looked at them and said, well, we're going to have a meeting about something special tomorrow. Telling me without telling me. But as I'm walking out, he looked at me and said, sir, how do you know all this? And I said, sir, I have my money in this bank. I want to know my money safe. I'm thinking about going and pulling everything out. I'm thinking about everybody I know that has money in this bank, calling them and telling them to get the money out because you're not what you're supposed to be. And if you're not, they're going to close the doors. And not one of you people in here is going to have a job. And he said, well, just don't overreact, please. Just don't. So in essence, he's telling me, why are they hiding it? I'm not going to go and run around all of the county and say, hey, they're Basel III. Come on, I loved the story that was told to me by Savior the other day when she said she went in and the lady actually talked to her. So, guys, people are dropping like flies out of here. I think I've done my show. I think I'm done. Nobody wants to listen anymore, so I'm going to say good night. God bless. I love you all. Me and Ron will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m.